No, obviously, we're very excited for the second consecutive year to be able to once again attain what Creighton standards are all about, and that's to be part of the national tournament each year. And I think these guys have done a great job to be able to capitalize another opportunity. Ironically, it's against the same opponent we had last year at this point of the national tournament, but nonetheless, we're very excited and over the moon to be able to host and bring out the best fans in the country to watch us face Missouri State again.
Questions with student athletes?
Are you guys looking forward to playing in cold temperatures?
What cold temperature?
Yeah, I guess how much of a factor do you feel like that will be tomorrow?
I'll let the guys answer that because I'm not playing.
No, you're standing in the cold.
That's right.
I think, I mean, obviously it's going to play a factor in like warming up and like maybe your lungs a little bit, but I think it's the fact that we're hosting. I mean, I don't think it matters that it's cold. I think we're going to have so much energy and be really excited to play that we're not even going to be thinking about how cold it is tomorrow.
You guys going to feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, I think the cold is going to be a factor for both teams, so I don't think a team's going to have the advantage, you know. You're going to have the fan on our side, so I think, you know, they're going to keep us warm, you know, by bringing them their energy. So I think the cold at the end of the day won't affect us, to be fair.
They've covered it.
If you guys can talk about a little bit of just how unique of a situation it is to play the same team 2 years in a row, but to have it obviously at home is probably a good benefit for you, and the benefits of home field advantage.
Callum, can you start?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you say, it's a unique situation. Last year we had to go to their place, and we was fortunate to come off the better side. So obviously this time we're going to have the home field advantage, so we're definitely going to make the most of that and use that to our advantage. So.
Duncan or Charles?
I think it's going to be a great challenge for us. They kind of know us, we kind of know them. I think they're going to come with the mindset of it's kind of like a revenge game for them. So we're gonna need to be ready for this challenge. We had a success in the last 3-4 games, so obviously we have momentum with us. So I think everybody on our side is confident. We know what to do if we stick to our principle. It should be a good game, to be fair.
What has the reception been like after the Big East tournament, whether it's the community, you know, other student athletes, or the school in general?
I mean, they've been very welcoming and, you know, supportive of us winning the Big East tournament for the first time, and it just shows that the Creighton and Omaha is a great community, and very excited that we brought it home. And they've been very supportive of us, and they're excited for us to play on Thursday, and hope that we keep this run going.
What about where you guys were at? I mean, a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago, this maybe seemed like a little bit of a long shot, maybe perhaps. How were you guys able, as players, able to kind of turn this thing around?
I mean, yeah, to get into just the conference tournament, we kind of had to have results in other areas go our way. So just to be at where we was in the conference tournament was a bit of a unique situation. But as a group, we stuck together, we pulled through, and Charles next to me here, he almost made the point of, at this point in the season, there's no second chances. So I feel like we kind of held on to that as a group, and we kind of just put our foot to the floor, and we was like, this is either now or never, I mean. And we're fortunate enough to have played 3 spectacular games, obviously away at Xavier and then at the neutral site in Maryland, where we kind of showed the nation what we're really about and what we can achieve. So I think we're now ready to showcase that on a national stage again. So yeah, we're really excited.
Do you guys feel like you have nothing to lose, being that, you know, just to get into the conference tournament, let alone the NCAA tournament? Is that how you feel, or how do you feel going into this? I mean, you got to be pretty loose at this point since you're defying expectations.
I mean, we're playing at home, so obviously it would be kind of sad to lose it in front of our fans. in terms of the season that we had, I think even if we were, you know, 6th seed, we didn't have that much of a high ranking in the RPI. We as a team know what we can do, and we believe that we can actually win a national championship when we've been doing. There's been a lot of mistake that we did throughout the season, but we know that there's no more second chance anymore, and that we've grown up from the mistake that we did in the past. And so I think that's why we had success in the tournament. And like Callum said, we're ready now to showcase it on the national stage.
Is there something about pressure that has helped you guys? Last year, when your backs were against the wall, you made a run and ended up in the NCAA tournament, getting a win at Missouri State. The same thing this year. Your back's against the wall, you're almost not going to make the tournament here for the Big East. What changes for this team?
I don't know what it is with pressure, but it seems to always get to us. I mean, we always seem like we like to get ourselves into those situations where our backs are always against the wall, but I don't know what it is, but we always just seem to pull through, and let's keep it going for the national stage now.
To be honest, I can attest to this because I'm in the locker room with them, and I don't get the sense that there's pressure. I do, however, get the sense that there's more focus. Now, whether or not that's a good thing, that the focus is coming on the latter part of the season or when their backs are against the wall, I don't sense that there's pressure, but I do sense believe, confidence, focus, which I think are all good things.
Duncan, you've had a special season, 19 goals already. I want to ask you to comment, but I want to ask your teammates first. What has he been able to do to finish in such different ways? He's gotten penalty kicks, certainly, but he's been able to have special games where he had 4 goals, 3 goals, and has been able to do things that certainly I couldn't do. That's a high bar.
I think it's just confidence, you know. Started the season well, and then he knew what he could achieve. And I'll be honest, 3 years ago, I would have never thought that Duncan McGuire would score that many goals. And so I think there's just an amazing progression. And yeah, now he knows what he can do. He's confident, and he's just scoring goals and making us proud.
Yeah, just following on from Charles there, when I arrived here in 2019, I mean, Duncan was more of a utility player. He was someone that had come off the bench, but I think it's really just more like congratulations to him, man. Like, he's worked his you-know-what's off for the last 3 years, and I'm honestly just so happy for the kid, man. Like, a local lad at Creighton, scoring at Morrison Stadium however many times he has this year, just congrats to him, and I know he's going to carry on working hard because that's what he's about.
Duncan, we've heard Johnny say that you've been involved in Creighton since you were 5, 6 years old. In your wildest dreams, did you ever envision something where you'd be leading the NCAA in goals?
I can tell you I've never once growing up thought I was going to have a season like this. But I mean, the way it's been going, like last year when I had 1 goal, I definitely didn't think I'd have a season like this. But like Charles said, just like the confidence I had since the first game of the year, I've been riding high on that all year. And I like to thank my teammates for giving me all these penalty kicks and and for setting me up with some great balls to allow me to score the goals. But yeah, I mean, I'm over the moon with the way the team's been playing and really excited.
Do you find yourself like doing the same stuff, like keep it going? Like I don't want to change the mojo. Do you have to do the same routine?
Yeah, I kind of just stick to the same thing. Like I don't like changing anything up since it's working. Like they're asking like game day like preparation. Yeah, I just do the same thing.
Eat the same stuff.
Yep. Don't like changing anything. Don't want to.
The old man.
The old Matt, chicken and rice, and that's it. That's all I'll eat on the game day, and that's it.
I would say there's 2 factors that I think need to go your way if you're someone that's been able to score often in our sport. And number 1, there's got to be an understanding between you and your teammates. And I think Duncan has that with his teammates in the way that we're trying to play. And number 2 is the confidence, right? And these guys have all touched on it. I think confidence is one of the most important factors in anything that you do in life. But in particular, it's extremely important in a sport like soccer where you have a field that's 120 yards long by 78 yards wide, and you have 10 other people that you're trying to get to run in the same direction and try to attain the same goal, which is to put the ball in the back of the net. You got to have that confidence as a group, and I think right now our group has that. In regards to the penalty kicks he has scored, I know from the outside looking in, it looks easy. It looks very easy to go up and score a penalty kick, but it's not. It's very difficult, especially when there's pressure on the line. If it's a tying PK or if it's one that's going to get you into the lead, there's never an easy situation where you can take a penalty kick. Outside of that, if you've scored a couple like Duncan has, you get scouted, right? And so goalkeepers going into that match, they know if there's a penalty kick, it's going to be Duncan that's going to step up to the ball. And now they've studied where he's gone in his previous penalty kicks. That in itself adds another dimension in Duncan's mind as to where it is he's wanted to finish this PK. So it's not easy. It's very difficult what he's done. So regardless of whether it's a goal on the run of play or it's off the PK spot, it's still a tremendous achievement.
Johnny, you brought up something earlier in the response about being, kind of alluding to being a good teammate and a team guy. It just doesn't, just because you can score goals doesn't mean you're gonna score goals. How important is that aspect of him being a good teammate, that they know that they can trust him and go for him?
It's-
Where maybe you've seen it probably the other way, where
Yeah.
you might have a total jerk.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely, no, and to be honest with you, we understand how important it is when Duncan is finishing and scoring goals, because we understand that helps the team succeed. But the one thing that it's not been talked about is Duncan is one of the best pressers in the country, and it's a catalyst for our defense. Our defense is always started with the first guy that's doing the pressing. And in our formation, it's Duncan because he's highest up the field. And that's not talked about enough, and that's one of the catalysts to our defense.
Johnny, when we talked a couple of weeks, but after the Seton Hall game, that's about as frustrating. and it was days removed. But how rewarding has it been for you, this run, and how badly you want to keep this thing going?
Yeah, no, we've always known what we could do. We've always believed that we're one of the best teams in the country, and I wholeheartedly believe that. I know the guys believe that. We had a couple of hiccups along the way, and to be honest with you, a lot of the times that we were frustrated because we didn't meet our expectations, those matches ended up in a tie. It wasn't even a loss, but it felt like a loss to us because we understood how good of a team we are. And it's just so great to be able to see us finally getting the results that we have been deserved to get in the past. And like these guys said, they understand that it's now or never type of attitude now that we're in postseason, and they've done a great job.
Anything else from the student athletes?
You know, Johnny, you brought up that Duncan's been around the program since he was 5 or 6 or whatever. I mean, Duncan, do you have like a favorite memory? I mean, do you remember coming to playoff games or anything like that?
Don't say it's when you meg me at camp.
I was gonna say
Don't
that.
do not say that.
And every time I'd come to camp, Johnny and I would have a competition of who could meg each other the most, and we'd always, the whole camp, he'd be talking, I'd be trying to meg him,
Yes.
and we'd just be messing with each other the entire time. But
So if you don't know what Megan is, it's an act of where an attacking player tries to put the ball between the defending player's legs, right? However, Duncan was trying to put the ball between my legs when I was addressing the camp, when we were in waiting for water, so he's trying to do it in a lot of other situations outside of the actual games, but that is what he's pertaining to in regards to being megged.
Johnny, I know you moved Duncan off the PK last time. Is that because he was getting close to your season record?
I did not move him off. I did not move him off the list. Duncan was off the field, to my surprise. But no, I am over the moon delighted that he's broken my record. I want him to shatter the first place record. I think it's 22 goals.
It is 22.
Is it Keith Defini? Bubba's record. I want not anything against Bubba, but I want him to smash Bubba's record too.
Anything else from the student athletes? You guys are good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Johnny,
you.
you
Appreciate
stay.
it.
Oh, I'm staying?
Yes.
Okay. See you guys in a bit.
thank you guys.
Thank you.
Am I still seated?
I don't know, yeah.
I mean,
There's
typically, this is, so we leave the head coach to answer any additional questions.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
are done.
I'm good.
Then
I'm good.
Boom.
Actually,
Good, I'm gonna go get my lung underwear on. It's cold out there.
I didn't think it was supposed to be, or I didn't think you thought it was cold.
No, the sun's out, baby. I'm good.